What's up, everyone? Welcome back to some more Ravaging Hunger, Oxygen Not Included episode. New episodes. The old base with the latest quality of life changes has, well, not really broken, but I don't know. It just seems even more laggier than it was before, and sometimes the game even crashes when I'm trying to load or exit to the main menu or load that game. It crashes sometimes, so it's too laggy to play. It's just I'm starting over basically. It's time. That base is quite old, so it's time to start a new one. We've got a lot of different changes and a lot of things that aren't currently in that old base, so let's go ahead and pop in here. Custom game. Got to make sure everything is on the maximum difficulty here. Miserable, fatalistic, very high morale requirements, and a ravaging hunger. And you know what? I'm actually considering getting a world seed. You know what? No, I was considering getting a seed off of forums or something with like specific geysers, but I think it's a lot more fun if I just kind of dive into it, not knowing what I'm gonna get. You know. That way I could get like a metal volcano, or I couldn't, or maybe I get like 3 cool slush geysers. I've had that in a map before. That was epic, but I ended up like, I don't know. I messed up. I had 3 cool slush geysers, and I ran out of oxygen. I ran out of water from my electrolyzers. How does that happen? I don't know. So I'm probably going to skip over this part, but essentially I'm just going to look for people with learning. All right, that didn't take long. So we've got our digger / builder. He's going to be primarily doing all of the digging and building and probably tidying as well. So we've got 3 learning and 6 digging, and then the construction will naturally build up as he builds things. And then we have our farmer over here who has 3 learning, 3 farming, 2 athletics, which is a nice bonus. If you can get athletics or strength on your starting dupes, it's pretty nice. And then some tinkering, so he might do some operating. And then we've got 5 learning. This is our researcher with kindness, which doesn't really matter. But these 2 cannot care, so I guess it's kind of nice because these 2 cannot perform treatment or medical anything. So Catalina will have to take care of that if there are any problems at the start, which hopefully there aren't any. So let's go ahead and jump in. Blah, 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 boom. Here we go. Cycle 1. Let's go ahead and set our priorities right now so I don't forget. Here's our digger. Just put these dig and build at the very high. You know what? We're gonna put combat very up. Yeah, we're gonna put combat high, toggle high, tidy high. We're actually gonna put build and dig at the 2nd priority here. We want to do all these things first. Life support probably not gonna be doing much of. It's just like bringing algae to terrariums and things. Toggle, pretty obvious. Combat, not gonna be doing much of that either. So essentially, he's just gonna be building and digging. And then Joshua here. Oh, he's an early bird. Okay, I was like, why does he have such good stats? He's an early bird, so he gets +2 to all in the morning, and it is morning because you start out in morning for whatever reason. So, wait, yeah, okay. So this is our researcher here. So you're gonna research, and then Joshua is our farmer. So we're gonna make sure you farm above all else, and then operate maybe, and then life support, toggle care. I suppose that's all okay. And what do we want Catalina to do while she's not researching? She can kind of just do whatever, I think. We'll put life support, toggle, care. Well, care actually has to be on a high priority. So we're going to put care at the highest and then research 2nd to none there. Oh, and then I guess these should be down there. Okay, that's good. And all new duplicates will get a high toggle and a high care and a high life support priority. Okay, good to go. So what you want to do if you're starting out on Ravaging Hunger, and I don't think I mentioned, I'm going to do this series a little bit different because one of the things I was talking about, well, one of the things brought up by a viewer is that he wanted me to kind of record myself playing the game rather than do like a recap every 100 cycles. So that's what I'm going to do this run. Now, I figured that the reason I didn't want to do that in the old runs is that they were so laggy, and that actually playing the game is just it wasn't an enjoyable experience. So it's better to just queue things up and then let them get built. But starting a new game, it's fresh and I don't have to worry about anything. So I'm gonna kind of record maybe like an hour or 2 of playing, and then we'll chop that up into like a 20 or 30 minute video. So I might do, we'll frame it sort of as like a tutorial as far as like the beginning of Ravaging Hunger goes and whatnot, because if you're playing on max difficulty settings, the hardest part, the biggest challenge, is the first like 20 or 30 cycles. Is just getting your food set up and all that. So what you first want to go for is metal, and we've got some copper right here. Maybe not enough to do what I want to do, but this will give us access to the plants as well. Let's go ahead and auto harvest all. We actually have quite a bit of plants, but I think a lot of this is muckroot. So what we're gonna do is we're going to see this light over here that our printing pod is outputting. We're gonna use this to grow bristle blossoms later on. So we want to make sure to leave that 3 tile gap. Now you can put more plants up here, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to grow the ones on the base. Actually, maybe I might put more up here. I don't know. But right now we're just going to focus on 3. So we just need to leave these 3 open. So what that means is we need a generator here. And that's all we can build currently until we get more metal, apparently. I'm going to go up and get this stuff. That way, make sure we have ×3 here. That way we actually have enough to do what we want to do. So battery here, we're gonna make sure to leave a gap after the battery. That way we have enough room to add a larger battery later on. We can upgrade that. And because we don't have a lot of room to work with, I'm probably going to leave out. Let me dig all this stuff out for our water. I'm probably going to leave out the decor. Usually I leave some room for decor, but I just don't think we're going to have that. So leave 1 space for a battery. You know what? We can see. We need a one of the upgraded research stations room for that as well. So we're not actually going to put any room for decor bonus here, which I don't know. Maybe we can address that later on. We can go ahead and dig up this bristle blossom because it's not going to grow there. We don't have any light. And then we can add. So as soon as we get this research station, we're going to pop into the research and go for basic farming. Pretty dang important for that to happen. And this area down here is going to be, let me do this. All right, research, basic farming, get it going. This area down here is going to be for our, oh man. This water right here is actually posing quite a big threat to the survival of my duplicates. But this area down here, as I was saying, is going to be our mealwood place. So we're gonna grow our mealwood down here. So yeah, I don't really like this layout of the map, but you know what? We'll work with it. We'll do what we got to do. That's part of the enjoyment of starting a new map. Is just kind of, you know, ooh, look at that! Wow, right off the bat we got a steam vat. Hey, you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy with the map. Never mind what I was saying. All right, where are we going here? So research is almost done. We're halfway. As soon as the research is done, we're gonna start placing potter plants for our millwood, which we're actually gonna uproot right here because they're in water. They're not gonna grow regardless. Can I mop this? Nope, too much liquid. I could potentially dig this layer out and then maybe mop it, but the water placement is kind of annoying. I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna put our outhouse over here because you don't really have to rush for an outhouse. You can let them pee on the ground for the first, you know, whatever, but you need to mop it up immediately because stress, as you can see, it's already at 11%, and that's just because of this water right here. You know, we need to, oh, that reminds me. But yeah, leaving water puddles on the ground is not good. Big problem. So we're gonna add some different schedules here, and then we're gonna move our duplicates over to this one. It means they're gonna be doing less, but their morale is gonna be high enough to where it's not gonna be stressful, too stressful at least. And that's pretty important because we're not gonna set up a massage table right away. We gotta get that food growing. Food is going to be the killer in the early game. Food or stress. But mainly food. And you can see we're getting soggy feet here, so this is really annoying. And you know what I'm going to do, actually? Make sure we dig up all these cracks that we can. They're going to have muckroot. They're going to have millwood seeds, blossom seeds. They're going to be hatches that we can slaughter. Okay, there's our first little pea. That's fine. Just mop it up. Mop it up, boys and girls. Look at the stress is getting out of control right now. I already know stress is going to be a problem. Okay, our first research is done. Yeah, I'm going to go for mill prep. And the reason for that is so I can make a mess hall, because I believe that stress is going to be a pretty dang big problem. So we're going to need that morale bonus early on. Bedrooms are also something. Oh, I forgot that this is done. Okay, so this is just an unlucky spawn, basically. And what we're going to do is we're going to dig out this bottom layer here, and then we're going to replace these bottom tiles with sandstone tiles, because it's going to let all the debris up there fall down. My gosh, there's like... We just need to mop this up or something, because they keep stepping in it, and it's causing a lot of stress problems. 2 out of 1 right now, so... Oh, 4 out of 1, look at that. So after that first little break, the morale went up to 4, which is very important, because if we go to morale here... Not morale, stress. Stress. We can see that they... Negative 45% cycle because they're sleeping. But look at, so fatalistic is 20% per cycle. They have New Hope, which is just a new colony. That's gonna, I think it lasts 3 cycles, so it's gonna be over soon. But the high morale is negative 20% per cycle, so it counteracts the fatalistic. So you need to keep high morale. Pretty damn important, especially early when we're walking through water like this and stuff. It's just not good. Again, the toilets aren't necessarily important. You can pee on the ground. You just got to mop it up quickly. And I'm probably not going to do any research right now because I need Catalina to help and build all this stuff and dig everything out. So we're going to let them build all this out, and then, you know, as they dig all this out, we can start building tiles above here, and then see they'll delete the old tile, the algae and whatnot, and everything above will fall down. That way we don't get this nasty decor bonus, you know, for the farmers. I mean, the millwood itself is going to be nasty decor, but we can kind of help that a little bit by dropping the debris down. The idea behind this is that the carbon dioxide is just going to sink down into here, and it's going to preserve our food for us. You can see, though, our stress, even though we've been walking through puddles and we're on fatalistic, it's not really a big deal. 6% is the maximum we have right now, given it's only cycle 3. But, you know, normally walking through back and forth between water is horrible. So this schedule, if you're having stress problems early on fatalistic, put them on a +3 morale or +4 morale stress schedule, and it will help out loads, I promise. By the way, I've been getting a lot of new subscribers lately. I just want to say thank you to all my old and new subscribers for supporting the channel and all the views and the likes and everything. It's been absolutely amazing, and the channel's growing pretty rapidly, I'd say. So thank you all for that. And by the way, if you're watching this video and you like it, or you watched other of my videos and you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing, because it does help me out. It does motivate me to kind of do more of these videos and kind of put more time into it, really. So please do that. We might be able to do a little bit of research now. We are getting the toilets going, but I'm still worried about the food. So I kind of want to just focus on that a little bit more. Ruby, how did you get there? My goodness. These duplicants, man, I tell you. They've got some questionable decision making. Let's just say that. Questionable decision making. You can see our calories are going quite quickly. It's going to take some time for this millwood to grow. So we need to keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and get some more planter boxes queued up here. We need to leave a gap for our ration box. This is going to go right there. Get the millwood planted ASAP, because our calories, man, they're not going to last very long. I'm telling you. I'm telling you this right now. If you look here, we need 2,000 calories per cycle per duplicant. So that's 1 cycle's worth of food, basically. And I'm not really counting the millwood. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, so I don't know exactly how many dupes I can support off this, but I'm just like building as much as I possibly can fit in here, really. And then we'll figure it out later. Even if we don't plant enough for everybody, it's not the end of the world. You can see how much stress that's causing walking through this water. Maybe I should mop this up. Because as you can see, we definitely don't have enough millwood to plant this many, but we need to dig out a lot of these cracks is one of the problems. We can probably start some more research. So I think we don't really have the morale for jobs yet, but I would like to start going into coal generator and smart batteries and things. So we're going to head that direction. growing. I think I've gathered all the seeds, at least most of them. So we're going to go ahead and tile that in now. So our carbon dioxide starts building up down here. In the beginning, it's not that important to get it set up like this perfectly because you're going to be going through your food very quickly. So you're not actually going to be storing up a surplus of food. So coal is going to be soon, but we need brute force refinement first. So we need to be able to make refined metals for smart batteries and whatnot. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have enough for 3. We just have to get all of it planted. So the primary concern right now is digging up these cracks and finding the millwood seeds that we need. All right, there's our completed greenhouse right here. So we're going to start building up some carbon dioxide, and it's going to start preserving our food. So get our mess hall, we get our barracks, and our morale is going to be nice. The calories are doing okay. We're not at critical levels yet, but that could change very quickly. Make sure we continue digging out the cracks. This is pretty much the first 20 cycles or so of a Ravaging Hunger run, is just digging out all these cracks to get enough food to support your colony. What does a Great Hall need? A decor item with 20 plus decor. Now, if I remember correctly, a briar does not count for whatever reason, but I'm going to try it anyway. All right, research is done. Let's pause it while we figure this stuff out. So put the flower pot there. We could put a light in as well to give a little more decor bonus, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I would like to finish the barracks. That's going to help. Stress isn't too bad right now. 50% I know seems kind of high, but it's really not bad for one of these runs. Oh, you know what I forgot? So Catalina actually needs to operate that way the batteries are charged for when she needs to research, you know. All we currently have using power is the deoxidizer, or diffuser as they call it now. Got some carbon dioxide building up down here. Nice. So all of this stuff is going to be in a sterile atmosphere, preventing it from decaying. So if you want to check that, you can click on your ration box or your fridge, and you can click one of the food items in there, and then under status it'll list sterile atmosphere. If it doesn't list sterile atmosphere, it'll list decaying or rotting or something like that. And oh yeah, I was gonna say there was, when was it? It was yesterday. So, well, this may be coming out the day after. Actually, no, I think I'll be uploading it today. But the 27th, my internet was out the entire day. So I saw I had like YouTube comments and stuff. So if you commented and I didn't like reply that day, it's because my internet was out for literally the entire day. I called and they had zero information on it. They were just like, the tech I talked to, I asked them if they told him what was going on, if he knew what was going on. He said, no, they didn't tell me anything. The only thing I could find online was a Reddit post that said that a server station blew up in Denver or something like that. And I was like, okay. Well, you know, I doubt that happened. Maybe it did. I don't know. If one of you knows, you can let me know in the comments. But so I have CenturyLink, by the way. I don't know. I think it's shared by some other company. I don't know, but so yeah, my internet was out the entire day and it sucked. So if I didn't get to your comment, like, you know, within 24 hours or whatever, then that's probably why. Because I came back and I had like, I don't know, 9 comments or something that I hadn't replied to. And I felt really bad for. It's not like I was ignoring anyone, you know. But anyway, so at this point, we're pretty good on calories. We've got pretty much most of our millwood planted. So what we're going to be looking to do is get smart batteries and coal generator set up, and that way we don't have to have a duplicate run on the wheel the entire time, you know, because obviously that's not very efficient as far as time goes. Do we see any more geysers around? This is really nice, by the way. I love it when now I know there's guaranteed, whenever you start a base, there's guaranteed a cool steam vent like within the general vicinity of your starting biome, but when I can see it right off the bat, that's great because it's already producing water for me. I don't have to uncover it. I'm pretty sure you have to actually uncover them and get vision of them before they start producing. I could be wrong though. So we do have our barracks and our mess hall. Let's take a look at our morale here. 7 out of 1. So the maximum you can have, I believe, is just negative 20% from the morale bonus. Let's see if I can click somebody here. So yeah, even though his morale is like way above what he needs, he's still only getting negative 20% for high morale. So I think your morale has to be either 2 or 3 above the required morale to get that negative 20% bonus. If you're only like 1, then it's only 10%. So I think it's 7 plants per duplicate on Ravaging Hunger. I'm pretty sure that's what I remember. So if you want to get the exact numbers, I have you can look at one of my previous videos. If I remember, I will put it in the top corner here, but it's a food comparison chart for Ravaging Hunger specifically, but it does list non-Ravaging Hunger as well. But it'll list how many plants you need per duplicate. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick it right here. Kind of a weird spot for it, but this is how colonies start out sometimes. They're a little frazzled, a little fragmented as far as organization goes, but kind of refine them later on. I would like to see another geyser. That's what. Oh, as I mentioned it, it's right there. So that's one thing that I absolutely love about Oxygen Not Included, and starting a new game really and exploring the map is the geysers, man. I love seeing that little strip of neustronium and then like digging up to it and just figuring out what it is. I just love that. I think it's so enjoyable. And let me know in the comments if you guys like it as well. I think that's one of the best parts of a new game. I am pretty dang sure we could bring in another duplicate, honestly. You know what? Let's just do the math real quick. Let's grab the old calculator. So yeah, we need 10 plants per duplicate. So 1, 2. So we have 37. And not quite enough for 4 dupes, but with this Bristle Blossoms, I think we do. With these Bristle Blossoms, I think we do. So I'm actually going to bring in another dupe here. We're going to bring in Ellie here. She's got 3 tinkering. She's primarily going to be our operator, and that's going to be fine. So Ellie, welcome to the squad. You are going to arts. You're also going to operates, and then you're going to like supply and storage, and we can put tidy up as well. So that's fine. Let's add everybody over to, well, I don't necessarily want to do that, do we? We need to be able to research. So Catalina here is our researcher. So Catalina, you can stop over there. And then everybody else is just going to be Gopher. I should still be fine on the morale requirements, but just in case I'm not. Well, Catalina is definitely going to need this +4, I'm pretty sure. And everybody else should be okay. Don't know. I guess we'll find out. That's the best part of the game. When you crack into that first little sort of upgrade, as far as technology goes, that's the best part, in my opinion. And then there's like that middle part, right, where you're starting to get like all the stuff unlocked, like HVAC and all this stuff. And then there's the late game. Boring old late game. This is boring old late game, except for jetpacks. Jetpacks are quite entertaining, but this right here is boring old late game. Even like some of this to an extent is pretty boring. So right around this area, all this research, this is the funnest part, man. You start unlocking all that stuff you could do. You open up more and more options for yourself. It's just amazing, and I love it. So this is kind of the initial setup that we've landed on. It's kind of wonky, but that's just because I was surrounded by 2 things of water, and normally this isn't what happens to me. Normally there's one like down below and then there's one next to me, but that way I can just kind of build out the entire direction of one way. And it just didn't happen this game, but we had to adapt and it worked out okay. We have this, so I'm happy about it. But we seem to have stabilized right now. We have slightly less millwood than we need to support 4 dupes. We need 40 and I have 37. But we have these bristle blossoms right here, and you know, we've got some wild bristle blossom ups here that are growing, some more wild millwood, so we'll be able to supplement with that, and we should be fine. So at this point, cycle 16, we seem to have balanced out as far as food goes. So this colony is now set up for success. We don't really need to worry about too much. As long as we don't place too much machinery around this place and, you know, get the millwood too hot, then I don't think we're going to have any problems there. But yeah, the base is good. I think that's going to be the end of this episode. I still have to go edit it and chop it all up. But I do want to say thank you for all the comments recently. There's been a lot of questions and a lot of interaction, and I enjoy that. So thank you very much for commenting. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions or feedback for me at all, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments. Seriously, I'm Like, I'm not going to get offended if it's criticism, as long as it's presented in a constructive way, I will gladly accept that. But thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video. That way, I can create more like this. I did kind of format this one as more as a tutorial, but anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and everybody have a wonderful day.